What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Pokechala here. Thank you very much to all of you that have clicked on the video and are watching today's video. Now, I just wanted to go into a little bit about Surging Sparks. I think this is a phenomenal set from what I've seen. Is it going to be Evolving Skies? No, of course not. But is it going to be a very good set? Yes, I do believe so. One that's going to be highly investable? Again, yes, I believe so. So I just wanted to go into a few facts and figures, some stats, some numbers regarding Surgeon Sparks, which proves to me which it is a set that's going to do extremely well. For me, to start off with, when you look to buy booster boxes prior to release or around release, obviously there's better places to get it than the Pokemon Center itself, which sell it for MSRP at about, well, Great British pounds would be about 140. I think it's closer to 160 in America, if I'm not mistaken, in the US. So obviously you look to go to places like eBay, so that's where I get mine personally. And what I've noticed as well, because obviously I was looking at getting some Surgeon Sparks booster boxes because I do want to invest in it. And I've realised that the prices are higher than what they usually are around this time, if you compare them to other sets in the past. So normally you can pick up a booster box for around £100 prior to release on release of a set without any issues on eBay. Now the Surgeon Sparks has risen to £120 already. Now, of course, this is not crazy; it's still below MSRP, but that's a big difference. £20, that's a big difference. And I was having a conversation with a friend the other day, and we were worrying about FOMO. Really, I mean, when things start to rise like this, it gains attention. People think, do I jump on now? Like before it looks like it's gonna boom. I wouldn't go crazy. I think 120 is still a respectable price, and I would still recommend uh, jumping on at that price to get a booster box or two. Or how it depends on yourselves. It depends on how much you guys should have a plan when investing, right? You guys should know how much money you want to invest in a certain product, or each month, each set, how much money you want to set aside to invest in that, and what products you want to invest in. If it's a sealed case of booster boxes, if it's just a couple PC Pokemon Center ETBs, that's purely down to you. But just some facts and figures. For example, Twilight Masquerade, which is a good set, it had obviously the Greninja, which is an extremely good card, a very expensive card. It's got the Eevee in there, which I love. It's got a few other decent full arts or illustration rares, like the Larion, for example. It's also got Carmine, which is a very loved card. Booster boxes, talking about booster boxes exclusively, that's only sold 1,371 until now. This information comes from TCG Player. If you look at the previous set, Stellar Crown, which has been out for a while now, has sold 4,914 sets. Now, if we throw Surgeon Sparks in there, which still hasn't been released yet, almost has half the sales of Stellar Crown already without even being released. It's up to 2,267 booster box sales, and it hasn't even been released yet. For me, this set is looking extremely promising. It looks very, very, very good. There are some quick numbers I found on TCG Player that proves to me that Surgeon Sparks is going to do really well. It's going to sell a lot of units, in my opinion. Of course, we don't know how heavily it's going to be printed. We'll just have to see when time comes. We also don't know what the pull rates are going to be like, which also factors that determine the price of the booster box. If the Japanese sets are anything to go by, I've watched a few videos of people opening especially the Supercharged Breaker, is it called? The second half of the set. Obviously, English sets are made up of two Japanese sets, right? I think the Supercharged Breaker, which is what the Pikachus are in. They look extremely hard to pull. There's your four Pikachus. You've got your regular EX. There's the three kind of special ones that you can pull in that set, and they're almost impossible to set. I watched a Pokerep video actually, and he opened I think two full cases of Supercharged Breaker and didn't pull a single special Pikachu, which is just incredible. Really, it shows how difficult they are. But just to go further on from the Pikachus, there are a lot of other good cards in there which I love. The Milotic, for example, which I love. Obviously, it's pre-evolution. The Feebas as well. There's a lot of good cards in that set. There's the trainer card as well. The Alicia, for example, Jasmine's Gaze, etc. I think it's a set that's just riddled with really, really good cards. And for me, these stats are doing it justice. I think it deserves the attention it's getting. I think it deserves the amount of sales it's getting. So yeah, well, I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about just be careful about when you jump on. Like if it starts to go 130, 140, I personally wouldn't jump on at that price. I think, I mean, we can only assume there's going to be reprints down the line. We can assume that the price drops at some point. I think there will be a better point to jump on if prices start to reach 130, 140 prior to release. I'd say 120 is fine. I'd jump on now. I mean, I'm talking about eBay in the UK. I'm not sure what the prices are in the US or in other parts of the world. But for me personally, I think 120 is a decent price to jump on at. And I will be doing as well. I'll be getting a couple booster boxes myself. And on that note, I also wanted to say, if you don't feel comfortable jumping on it at the price of a booster box at this current price, say 120 is a bit, you don't feel comfortable doing that because you wanted to jump on it at 100, for example, like the majority of the booster boxes are when they're just about to be released. Have a look at the Pokemon Center ETBs. I think people are now starting to wake up to how good they really are. I think when they were first released, the Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs, people just thought, okay, cool, regular ETB's got the Pokemon Center on it, it's got a stamp promo, okay, but I don't think anyone really predicted how well it was going to do. I think now we see, if you look at how well the stamp promo cards are doing, your Snorlax, your Charmander, etc., they do really well now. So I think Pokemon Center ETBs are becoming more and more investable, and I think they're really good investments. I've got a case of Surgeon Sparks Pokemon Center ETBs on pre-order from Pokemon Center. I think it's a good place to go to get it from MSRP. And if you look at the sales history of all the Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs, absolutely every single one of them has risen in price. So don't neglect the Pokemon Center ETBs. Give them the respect they deserve, and I think they're also very solid investments. I mean, if you're not worried too much about space, if you're not worried too much about if that's not a concern of yours, for me it's not. Obviously, it's a bigger product, so some people that are don't have as much space to store product, booster boxes are your way to go. But with these people that are on a budget but aren't too weighed down with space concerns and wherever they live or whether they're storing their products, I think Pokemon Center ETBs are an absolutely brilliant second option to booster boxes. Of course, booster boxes are your king, but the Pokemon Center ETBs, I think, are brilliant second options. They're half the price of a booster box. Of course, a little bit bigger, but they display really well. Because they look really nice, and they're historically, the data says that they only rise. They only do really well. So they're very good investments as well. So please, guys, if you do have concerns about how much you really want to spend or invest on a set, have a look at the Pokemon Center ETBs. They're a brilliant investment also. I've started incorporating them into my investing that I do monthly when a new set drops, or not monthly, but every time a new set drops, I'll pick up not just booster boxes now, but Pokemon Center ETBs as well. So yeah, that was just a quick video, guys, on my thoughts on and just run over some facts and figures on the new Surgeon Sparks set that's about to come out. I think it's going to be a fantastic set to invest in, as well as open as well. If you guys are collecting as well, like I am, I think it'll be a brilliant set to open some packs. So yeah, so please, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please don't hesitate to subscribe, drop a like on the video, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much, guys.